The Evolution of Brook. That's right, Soul King Brook, the ninth and most recent member of the Straw Hat Crew from that legendary series One Piece. Now, this video has two reasons for it being made. Number one, I have been meaning to do this video for a long while now, but I didn't want to do this video for a while because Brook, being the newest member and being kind of old, his character is, he's been arguably the least developed character in on the Straw Hat Crew, as well as, so I wanted to see his progression in the manga, you understand, all that jazz. Number two, I had a subscriber respond to my video, and I was not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised because a lot of people apparently don't be really talking about Brook. I mean, you got Brook fans, but you know, they be shoving Brook aside. Okay, he was like, "Yo, do an Evolution of Brook video." I'm like, "All right, because he saw my Evolution of Usopp video. Go check that out. Good stuff, good stuff." Anyways, Soul King Brook. Got that name after time skip. Now, where to start on this? Let's begin with my introduction and thus far this journey with the character Brook, and we'll go from there, where I see him, how I think of him now and where I see him in the future. Now with Brook, I found him to be, I mean, I knew he would probably join the crew. Luffy really liked him. The crew didn't like him though at the beginning, partly because it was skeleton, but whatever. He had an interesting past, very interesting past. He's by far the oldest member of the crew. He's even dead. He had the resurrection fruit. So that was interesting. I generally liked him. At first, when he was first introduced, I thought it was hilarious, especially with the skull jokes. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a bit annoying at first, but the more we got to see him on Thrill Bark, I was like, alright, I can vibe this dude. Wasn't that strong, wasn't super strong, but I mean, he was hilarious. He had some unique abilities. He could run on water. He was a speed swordsman. That was cool too. He was a musician, which I love, which Luffy's been asking for, and he was courageous. He was ready to die for Luffy and this and that. So I really started vibing with Brook. Unfortunately, Brook got put to the back burner a lot of times, but I mean, his thing, like, I ain't too much watch his interaction with Lil Boon. I thought it was good, but Binky Saki though, that song there though, yo, and I love, that's my favorite laugh throughout the whole One Piece. Yo. Every time nowadays. Yo, yo, man, I did that Binky Saki, man, got the whole place rocking. I just love it, and as an artist, the whole musician thing, I really love that element. Now, again, Oda, please get, now I'm just jumping in and now. Oda, please get this man some more development. This dude, like, this character has bounds, and maybe it'll come in the future. I definitely see arcs where Brook's gonna be important. I do, because Brook is a beastly character. I mean, he's a kind of dude. It's partly because of his age and partly because of his personality. He doesn't want to fight, but when it comes down to fighting, this dude is beast. I mean, he came out of time skip. Some of his moves, he needs to work on his skills. I'll just put it that way. The man needs to upgrade his skills. But you look at him. First and foremost, he's the fourth fastest. You have Sanji, then you have Luffy, then you have Zoro, then Brook. Okay. He's arguably, some may say, he's the fifth or sixth strongest. Depends on what I think of him as. He's one of the most skilled, wherever you want to put it. He's in the tops. Okay, he's in the top 5 in a lot of areas with the Straw Hat Crew. His abilities are ridiculous, bruh. and he hasn't even honed them in a lot of ways. I mean, he's got his swordsmanship. That's on point. But you look at it, he has his where he can go out of body. That's his devil fruit ability. Interesting. I mean, he can see things beyond himself. He can use the winds of the underworld, freezing folks. Then on Fishman Island, the thing I absolutely loved was when he did that whole, music, the whole group party, and freaking just devastating. It's kind of like Scratchman Apu's ability. A little bit different, but kind of like him. I mean, Brook, his powers, man. His powers, ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous and devastating. Where do I see him in the future, y'all? Where do I see Soul King Brook in the future? I see him as one of the most lovable characters of the Straw Hats. I see him as having one of the best developments. I do. I see him as being one of the most important members of the Straw Hat crew because of his combat prowess. Because you look at it, I don't see, I say right now, to me, Chopper is number 4 and Frank is number 5. Some may say whatever. But I see them because I look at them. Frankie's the shipwright. He's always going, and he's gonna get some upgrades, but it's not gonna be super major. You look at Chopper. Chopper's a doctor. He's gonna get some more battle experience or whatever, but it's not gonna be that major. Nami and Robin. Now Robin will throw down in large group, but Nami and Robin aren't going to, be the huge battlers. Now I do expect more, as I've said in the past, more Straw Hats to come. But I look at it. Of course, Luffy's going to throw down. He's a captain. Zoro, arguably the vice captain. I consider him the first mate. He throws down. He's a swordsman. You have Sanji, just even though he's a cook, he's the part of the monster trio. Then you got Usopp. Once Usopp develops that hockey game, oh lord, he's gonna be devastating, and he's a sniper. But then we have Brook. Not only is he a swordsman, but his unique skill set, his speed, he just flies by people. Notch, all cut up. His group attack, his individual attack, his winds of the netherworld. When him and Usopp get that hockey game up, oh good lord. I see definitely him and Usopp at least. Usopp, somebody say crazy, but I think Usopp gonna be below, Admiral, and I think maybe somewhere in the general vicinity where Sanji and Zoro are at the moment, and I think Zoro and Luffy at the moment, and I think Brook gonna be right up there with him. Definitely, both of them I definitely see Vice Admiral level. Now, more so on my thoughts on his on my thoughts as I've watched him. As I've watched Brook, how do I say this? As I've watched Brook, I've had he's brought a depth and dimension to the Straw Hat crew. I mean, he's able to make them laugh during serious times. That's a reflection. Sometimes you gotta laugh during the series. Sometimes, but he's always down. He's loyal like myself. He's down to throw down, man. He's down to throw down. He doesn't want to fight unless he has to. Okay? And he ain't about fighting. Now, unlike me, he'll run in whatever. But he is a bit up there in age, so I kind of understand it. He just... I don't even really know how to begin to describe the impact. He unites the crew in a different way. Like before him, the Straw Hat crew, I mean, Frankie was a cyborg. Chopper's a reindeer slut, but it didn't seem strange. You have a skeleton. Like whoa. It opened up your eyes and perspective, and it really showed on Luffy. It really did. I mean, like I said, it was a reindeer, but it was Zoan type. Okay. I mean, you had Frankie, he was still mainly human at the time. Okay. You have a dead guy. Off the back, Luffy accepts him. So it's like, it opens up your perspective. Brook, I mean, you listen to him, and the fact that he's overcome so much, the fact that all of his crew died. He watched that. He was the last dude to die. He was alone for 50 years. 50. Now, really, you gotta put him up with the saddest of the Straw Hat Crew's backstory, man. 50 years, bro. And he was a pirate. And he was on a great crew. And he had connection with LeBron. Like, he had some tragedies, man. True tragedy. But he overcome that. He still laughs. He still, smiles. He breathes joy and life to the crew. He wanted to prove himself to the crew. So, I felt, looking back and reflecting upon the character of Brook, I can see myself in him in a lot of ways. Brook is a cool character. Now, he's not one of my top favorites on the Straw Hat Crew. That's because Oda, again, please, Ichiro Oda, give this character some development. I know we just got into the new world. I know he's the most recent, but a lot of people like myself, we expecting another Straw Hat coming, and people screaming for the Straw. Please, give this character some development. And I gotta say this, y'all, chill with the need for the next Straw Hat member with everybody. I've said it before, plenty of people have said it, but can we get some development with Brook before we really start worrying about development, really getting another Straw Hat? So that's just my thoughts, some quick thoughts, seemingly all over the place. But I mean, Brook, even though he's been with us for a few years in our actual time, in the storyline time, it's been relatively a short amount of time. And so I'm drawing, pulling here. But in my general thing, I really like the character of Brook. As you can see, I'm crying for some, not literally crying, but I really desire for him to get some development. I really think by the end of the series, he's going to be one of the most beast characters. One of the best combatants on the Straw Hat Crew, a great asset. I mean, there's so many avenues that we could open up with just this character alone, and who knows, we'll see what Oda does with him. But unexpected, want to like, comment, subscribe, tell me y'all thoughts, and like I say, video requests. I was asked to do it. I've been asked to do other ones. I'll definitely do them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, peace, have a beautiful day.